Hello guys, welcome to another Wargame Airland battle commentary video. Today we're playing on the map Kristiansund and I'm playing with Pakistan, First Felix and HK. A loose group of friends, so we are a team and we're playing against Sevener Zug, Gump Pliafonso, Wolf 80 and Iron Felix, and these are basically a loose group of friends as well. I think they're also playing as a team. I do know a couple of these guys, so we figured it would be quite a tight max because we're all fairly decent players. I am gone back to using the old mixed NATO with probably my strongest deck in this game. I thought I'd better go with the strongest deck as we're definitely up against a strong team. And then I've got HK on my left here. I'm not sure what his Avengers has he got. Probably looks like an American deck. So he'll be going over to try and take Foxtrot. I'll be heading up towards Gulf and taking India on the way. Pakistan, he's looks like he's got is that a mixed NATO? I think that's mixed NATO deck. Yeah, heavy hogs and stuff. Centurions, starships, leopards. Yeah, mixed NATO for him, and he's heading up through Mike and towards Hotel. And then we've got First Felix. Looks like he's got mixed NATO? Yeah, another mixed NATO. So pretty much all mixed NATO except the USA deck on the left, and he's heading up there through Kilo and towards Gulf. Quick overview of the map for those of you. I'm sure most of you that watch this anyway know this map quite well. It is going to be a tight one, so the battle's going to be over Fox. Hotel, they are favourites for, but if we grab that, we'd be in a strong position. Foxtrot, we are favourites for. Again, if they grab that, they would be in a strong position. We should definitely get these two close ones. The battle is going to be over this area down here in Gulf, which we really have to get. And this area over here in Gulf, which I will try and get, and I will certainly be contesting. Okay, so let's get this game underway. So I'm starting off with basically a recon chopper, some recon going out to the left as well. Grizzly's going to head up into India. I've got some anti-tank, just slow it down a bit. I've got some anti-tank going up here, and the rest I've got Rolands, Harpons, and some more anti-air and some infantry and some Rolands. I started out with a bit of, they've dropped some napalm there over near Fox, just to try and stop HK, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem for him over there. And they're swarming Hotel with choppers, and they're trying to push their choppers forward there as well. Yeah, they've caught his choppers off there as well. So I haven't come against anyone yet. I can see a couple of choppers coming down there down the middle, but HK's in a little bit of bother because he's got this napalm to get around. And First Felix has come up against a bit of resistance here. He really has got to take this area. We really need to get that area. And Pakistan's come up against a bit of resistance as well. He's been stopped from moving forward towards Hotel. So we're on the back foot a little bit. I am managing to push forward. I'm pushing forward my empty trucks. I unloaded my assault engineers a little bit early, pushing forward my trucks. My red eyes are managing to get off a couple of shots at these choppers of Zerzug. And my Rolands get a shot in as well, so take down those choppers nice and easily. Bring my recon chopper over because I spot these Malukas anti-tank armoured trucks, so they're a nice easy target for my OH Kiowa. So on the right, we need to hook up Mike as fast as possible. Hopefully Pakistan can do that, but he is having trouble getting over towards Hotel. And First Felix is meeting some reasonably good resistance as well, trying to get that bottom bit of Gulf. HK's managed to get a foothold in Fox and to get his CV placed, though it's still a bit 50-50 as to which one of them will get that in the end. Now I've been absolutely napalmed to death here, but I'm still just pushing my units forward. I've got some nice little group of tanks here, some Harpons, and a Leopard up the front there, just to try to take a bit of the pressure off these Harpons. And I'm trying to just micro my anti-air around the side of all this napalm, just to keep their choppers at bay and push forward my recon, just to see what's coming down the road, if I can. In the meantime, HK, he's managed to get a little bit of a foothold over on Fox, but it's still being contested, but it's looking good for HK. We've actually got a 3-point lead somehow. I'm not sure how, mainly because they haven't hooked up Bravo, which is a little bit of a mistake by them, I guess. That's a big 3-pointer. They haven't, so we are taking an early lead, but it's only one region. Once they get that hooked up, that advantage is going to go. Now I'm still pushing up. I'm doing okay actually. There's some BMPTs here which are going to just wipe out these assault engineers. Will probably wipe out these ATGMs. And I've got my tanks moving up, but he's got an Mi-28 coming in there. My anti-air's a little bit far back. I need to push that forward. And we've got an airstrike coming in as well. Bomb my tanks. Actually, we're bombing. No, it's aiming for my anti-air. That's probably quite a good move actually. So it takes out my anti-air and gives this Mi-28 a bit of a free rein once they get sights onto my tanks. So I realise my anti-air's gone, so I just try to push my tanks into the tree area, just so that, in fact, I pushed that harpoon a little bit too far forward. But these tanks, I think I do push them forward initially, but then when I work out I haven't got any anti-air, I bring them back now and just hide them in the trees. Although we do run into these motor strelky straight away, which they've managed to put into the building. So I'm getting pushed back a little bit at the north of Fox and bringing some more anti-air because they are using a lot of planes. HK's managed to gain control of Foxtrot now, which is a good thing. And First Felix has managed to take that ground to the south of Gulf, which is also very good. And although I'm contesting this, I'm a bit stuck out, like a little bit of a sore thumb. I'm just going to try and take out this recon with my Puma, which I managed to do. A couple of big 31s coming really deep. I think they're after that Eagle. I don't think they managed to get it. Did my SAS get off a shot at them, but don't manage to take them down. They've only got blowpipes. Pakistan has been stopped from getting Hotel, so they're probably reinforcing Hotel now. They've also hooked up Bravo, which means the points are negated now. We have got a lead, but no one has got an advantage, so it's all pretty much square at the moment, with the battle going on over Gulf. So I have luckily got this harpoon in there. Is it about to get taken out? It may well be. Yes, and so I haven't got any units up there now. I have prevented them putting a CV up there. And First Felix, now that he's got good control of that, hopefully will bring a CV up into Gulf to get us the lead. Meanwhile on the left, they are still trying to get into Fox. They've got some T-64s in there. Still bombing. He hasn't got a lot of anti-air over there. In fact, his Avenger's completely out of ammo and he hasn't got any anti-air, so their planes are now going to realise that they've got a bit of a free rein in there, and I'm sure their planes will be back very shortly. I'll bring in the Cobra and a Seahawk just to try and help him out a little bit, and it does work in that it gets them to push their tanks back a bit. I don't push these forward anymore. My SAS are getting some shots off onto this Mi-28. Now the Mi-28 moves in for the kill. I'm not sure, do I get this? My shots are going a bit wayward, but they're going to get taken out because there's another recon, and I do actually pull them back. In the meantime, because of the amount of anti-air they've got, I've just brought up, first of all, loads of, the amount of air they're bringing in, choppers. First of all, I've just brought up a load of Rolands and a load of infantry anti-air, just to try and prevent them bombing this area even more. And what they've done, they're microing their choppers over to the left hand side now because they know there's much less anti-air over there. So I've got a pretty decent defense here. They probably can't see this, they probably don't know exactly what I've got there. And I've still got some recon on them, so they're not pushing too much down into Gulf at the moment, but inevitably they will eventually have a load of stuff in there. Now, First Felix has got a good strong hold on Gulf. They have a artillery bomb there over in Foxtrot. There's absolutely no AA over there. He really needs to get AA over there as soon as possible. They did change this map in the last patch. This used to have a reinforcement zone, Foxtrot, and a reinforcement zone, the hotel. They've been taken away, which is a good thing. I like it. It means you've got to think ahead, plan ahead. But it does mean that HK's reinforcements have got to come all the way back from Juliet. Okay, I'm bringing out also some chaps. Is that me? Yeah, bringing out some chaps, bringing out some more anti-tank guns just to place up here to prevent their tanks pouring down through this open ground over here. Now, I think First Felix does eventually. Yeah, here comes a Sultan. So he's going to put a Sultan in there, which hopefully will start ticking us up some points. And Pakistan is trying his best to push up into Hotel. He's got a big job on there, to be honest, because they're going to have that packed full of reinforcements now. And this is once someone gets on one of these hills on this Kristiansund map, and they're a decent player, it is really hard to get them dislodged. And it's probably easier to push down through, just leave them with the hill and push up into the open areas, to be honest. But he is persisting and trying to get Hotel, which is keeping them busy. I'm being bombed to hell here. They're bombing these areas. I didn't have a lot of, most of my infantry were actually set back a little bit, and all my anti-air was set back from there. So luckily, most of my stuff has survived that bombing run. I'm not sure if I took out many of their planes. Perhaps I should keep more of an eye on what's going on in my area. But it looks like HK's managed to get a good hold of Foxtrot now. He's got another Avenger in there. He's got some chaps in there. They're coming in with another bombing ram and Su-74. Hopefully he'll stop his yeah, be able to take that. The Avenger gets a couple of shots off, but the plane gets away. Just more napalm. They're not killing a great deal. They're bringing in their choppers, but he's got a couple of Cobras there. These aren't especially effective choppers. They're actually Zergs choppers, 7ers choppers, and those Cobras will take care of them very easily, I would think. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to keep their reconnaissance at bay. I don't want him to know exactly what I've got here. I'm really strong in anti-air here, but I'm really weak everywhere else. And if he'd pushed down here with a load of lightly armoured units, he could have just taken this lot out, to be honest. I've got one set of anti-tank infantry in that building, and the rest of it is pretty much anti-air and reconnaissance at the moment, until I start to bring up my tanks. But they're still bombing this area here. Obviously they're going to try and make a push up there soon. I have brought my couple of chaps in there just to try and bolster his anti-air defences a little bit, which he was a little bit weak on. He's got an Avenger there, a couple of chaps. Oh, that's a decent chopper up there actually. Is it? No, it's just an infantry carrying chopper. There's one coming over there. I think the 7ers just not really that interested in keeping them alive, so he's not too bothered about having them die. So I brought in a Chinook just to booster up my infantry a little bit, which got absolutely hammered during the napalm strike. And I'm also going to put a Chinook over here to resupply these chaps, because he's bound to fly over with more aircraft until he gets the message that there are now some anti-air defences there and don't do it anymore. In the meantime, there's a little bit of a push down here into Gulf with a Buratino as well, so that's going to fire down in there and make a mess. And Pakistan continues to probe and to make some inroads into Hotel. So their main assault seems to be going for Gulf down here. They still haven't put a CV on the north of Gulf here, which I thought they might have done, which would negate our 1-point lead that we've got at the moment, because First Felix has managed to get his CV into Gulf. So what I'm doing now, I'm just pushing my empty trucks up, and I'm not really pushing them up too far. I'm just pushing them up a little bit, just so that they can get an advanced warning if an assault comes down there. And I've got some anti-tank infantry here now in case there's anything comes down through the open ground there. And my anti-air are sitting in the trees rather than in the buildings. Yeah, probably because I'm just worried they're just going to napalm the buildings. So my Chinooks arrived for the chaps, just to keep them fueled up. And bringing in some more Pumas. The Pumas are going to go actually down here, I think, just to prevent them bringing any tanks across bridges and stop them reinforcing their areas in that way or attacking in that way. Pakistan still trying to push up. Problem is, it's anti-air. As soon as it gets to the top of that hill, it's going to get absolutely hammered. And they're bringing some choppers in. H Wolf. Nice little group of choppers there. They are infantry carrying choppers, but they will keep these things at bay. And it's getting pounded by arty as well. So the Roller's getting a couple of shots off, but I'm immediately getting stunned, and it gives him a chance just to pull back those choppers. Pushing up a supply truck just to see what's going on over the ridge there. And he's just given up a little bit there, just for a minute. He's just going to regroup and pull them back, pushing up some starships. Not much happening in mine. They are probing forward, but I had an anti-tank gun there, took out the armoured truck. But they are pushing this area quite heavily, and they've napalmed him. Actually, I think that was the Buratino must have done that, and affected his Sultan a little bit. But it's still there, but it's quite exposed out there. It's got quite a weak tank there, facing off against these guys. In fact, although they will do quite well against infantry, but my anti-tank guns managed to snipe a few shots over the bridge there. He's got a Lynx Ito here, so that should take care of this little group of armoured cars and tanks that are trying to push down that road. Looks like this chopper's trying to come in and get my anti-tank, so unfortunately it was stunned, or some of its weapon systems were out. BMPT moving down through the trees. I imagine this is fairly well reinforced now. We could have a sneaky look, but we won't. We'll keep it as a surprise as to what's there. But believe me, there's a lot of units in there now. The anti-tank gun gets attacked by these T-64s. So this is we're a little bit exposed in the middle here. But we've still got good control of Foxtrot, we've still got good control of this area. We've still got this Sultan, which he's sort of just microed back briefly just to try to recover it. He's bringing up some trucks just to, I think, just to get up to full health before he puts it back, which is probably a good move. And Pakistan continuing on his mission to retake Hotel eventually, he thinks, where he might do, he might not do. So I'm bringing up some Cobras, I brought them up, and my Seahawk I brought back across, and my Cobra I brought up just to prevent them pushing more units up down that road, just to try and help out First Felix a little bit. And First Felix has microed his Sultan back into position, so we have our 1-point lead again, which is good. I bought my Chinook here, so I'm just bringing my anti-tank gun infantry just for a refuel. So nothing too deadly happening. Let's speed it up a little bit now. We've got past the initial rush in the initial first part of the game, so we'll just speed everything up a little bit to ×2. So and the T-80U there, popping its head out. My anti-tank gun gets a couple of shots off there. Also brought in some mortars. I really need some recon, so I've got something to shoot at. I know there's some recon in there. I did spot some recon, and that's why I'm bashing away at that little area over there. They're trying to push forward now with some tanks as well. They shouldn't get too far. I've got my anti-tank weapons, and yeah, indeed, they immediately, or Sevener immediately micros them back. I pushed forward a couple of cheap, just to see where they're going now, and I'll bring forward my anti-tank weapons a little bit. I'm sure they're going to reuse their Buratinos. They seem to have Buratinos all over the place at the moment. So I'm holding this position quite well, but I'm really able to push forward with the forces that I've got there. I need some heavier machinery. And in comes a bombing run, a couple of MiG-21s, after his Abrams. Well, they both drop on target, but... Oof! And a nice bit of napalm there, which is Humvee runs straight through with 4 recon units in. But the Abrams survives to fight another day. But it looks like they've got my chap. That's not very nice. They've got my chap. I'll bring their Chinook across. I see his Hawk's out of ammo. Bringing in more planes. Ooh, they're after it. So they're just basically trying to get to that point, and it lands straight on top of that Humvee, which does survive. Only took 2 units of health away, and immediately he repositions that and gets our 1-point advantage back again. How's Pakistan getting on? Well, he's sort of the same position. He's still pushing up, trying to push up onto Hotel. They are having to bring all their reinforcements to remember, all the way back from Charlie, so it's not easy for them. He's got a Raven going in, which hits not a lot, so they've either got their Mirage, that's the move. So Raven first, and then a couple of bombers, because they will turn off their radar if they see a Raven coming. or they need to be very, very quick to turn it back on again when they see the bombers coming in afterwards. So napalm laid down there. We've still got our 1-point lead. We're a quarter of the way to victory, but it's still anyone's game. It's still pretty close. Someone's being defense. There. Oh, getting. Ooh, napalm just there, trying to stop people getting stuff up on the road. In fact, that's me that pinged that. So my Chinook's coming in to refuel his Hawk, although he's already got a refuel truck there. But I'll land that there anyway, because that Hawk has only got like 3 missiles. Oh, just in time as well. More bombing runs, and they are not getting shot down. We need a lot more AA basically over here on the left. I hope he brings some more. I'm bringing some more drones up. I wish they'd bomb me, because I've got stacks of AA and I would take out anything, any aircraft that flew over me. Where's that knife going? Not sure. Where's it going? It got shot down. I don't know what that Nighthawk was doing, to be honest, or who it belonged to. So, I'm starting to bring up some tanks now. I've got my first M1A1 up there. I'm bringing in another one here, and I've got another one on the right there. So I'm building up basically for a push. I probably won't be dribbling and drabbling forward. I'll probably wait till I've got enough units to make a decent sized push. And wow, Pakistan, I don't know what happened. I wasn't keeping an eye on the right hand side, but he has pushed this guy right off. He's actually got some junior combats here along the road. He must have bombed it to hell by the looks of it, and then just pushed his Abrams up onto the hill once they were in a bit of disarray. Excellent job there by Pakistan, and that gives us that point. We've lost a point somewhere. Where have we lost points? I've only got 1 point. Oh, we've lost golf somewhere. So so they must have a CV now in here. So they've got a CV in golf, but we've got our point because Pakistan has pushed them right off hotels. Now the advantage is definitely with us. Now I'll start pushing my Abrams forward just to test out. My AA is probably a little bit far back to support these Abrams, and boom, it goes straight down. I mean, there's so much stuff in here now. So much stuff. Although they seem to have crowed their CCV back again. So yeah, a lot of tanks. And these tanks are decent against other tanks. My Abrams doing their best, getting lots of shots off. My Seahawk is now empty. That got a couple of shots off. This now, it's got a fire malfunction, so that needs to come back rapidly. They're bringing in a couple more tanks here, bringing in some choppers. I've seen my Abrams push, and they are responding, or 7er is responding to that. I'll bring in another Seahawk, just try and snipe some more units, and then I've probably just spotted these T-64. Don't know whether I go for it or not. Obviously not. I'll stop my Seahawk there. So Foxtrot looks fairly secure now. To be honest, I can't see them getting that back anytime soon. And Pakistan has got nice control of hotel now. Excellent. And we've got gold back, so we now have our 3-point lead. Now the points are racking up now. They really need to do something. I bring forward a couple more Abrams and shoot down a couple of tanks with my Seahawks. Forward comes another Abrams. Oh yeah, I'll bring it back. See that chopper there? Bring it back. I'm bringing in also some more recon so I can see what's going on. This Roland's pushing forward to try and take that down. In fact, it gets taken out itself, but Chaparral takes that Mi-28 down. Excellent. And then I might back that back down into position. My other Abrams and my Seahawks getting fueled up. These two Abrams are going forward. Again, this area, they're a bit too close there probably, and yeah, they're getting hit by 80 GMs there from the infantry. It wasn't too wise to push them so close. I pushed this Puma forward just to distract them a little bit. There's actually an Eagler there. Not too worried about you losing that. I don't want to lose this Kiowa though, if I can help it, so just bring that back a little bit. Pushing forward some infantry, some more Abrams. This Abrams getting a bit far ahead of the anti-air if he's not careful, and there's more bombing runs coming in Foxtrot. So he's got a couple of Hawks there now, some Chaparrals. He's got plenty of AA up there now, and manages to take them out nicely. They do unload, but at some cost. Meanwhile, I'm pushing up into Gulf now. I've got my Abrams going forward. I've got some Marines going forward. So I've got 3 Abrams supporting them, pushing my Rolands and my anti-air up now. support these tanks and infantry as well. And listen, MI-28 gets a shot off onto my Abrams, does a lot of damage and takes it out. A couple of Rolands coming forward, so that is going to have to either disappear now, that MI-28, or get shot down. So got some motor Strelky in there. My Abrams look that high there. My Cobra immediately tops out. First Felix pressuring nicely in the middle there, pushing up, got them out of these buildings, and Pakistan been pushing up as well on the right. They get pushed back heavily over there now. I'm pushing forward here. They did try another little run up here. They're going to leave Foxtrot now. I would imagine because they're just getting pushed back a lot. They need to do something drastically, but I am about to take this forward position in Fox, and if I get this in Golf, if I get this, they're just never going to get Golf back again. So I've got a couple of harpoons, and these Marines just get into the building, take out those BDVs, and I've got an Abrams here. We just need to clear this forest. We're doing good. We've got something coming down the road here. If I can get my Kiowa should take. Yeah, my Kiowa takes that. Cobra's coming in. T80U there as well. Roland's trying to take out, he's pushing forward pretty much everything he's got, but is it going to be enough? I doubt it. And I just pull back these tanks and hopefully pull back the infantry as well. We've got control of Golf now completely. They're not going to be able to put a CV back in there now anytime soon. And we've got control of the left and the right. But this looks like a last desperation push here by their units on to take Foxtrot back. Lots of units there. Helicopters in here. They get taken out quite easily. They're pushing in. Got some VDVs in there as well. We've got a Cobra trying to whack their way around to get a shot off on those. Push this Abrams forward, this anti-air forward, to out this MI-8T. Like these guys all care of, unless they just at the bottom of the hill. Still being pressurized on the right hand side. Push. So I've just seen them there. They're pretty battered, pretty out of ammo. So I'm just going to probably sit them there now. I'm not going to push them forward anymore. I've got some assault engineers coming in a Humvee. So if they bring in more infantry to try and retake those forests, they're going to run into my assault engineers. They are trying. I push forward these empty Humvees. Yeah, he's got more infantry and BMPs. I've got these assault engineers. I'm going to stick into this building. I pull back the Marines. There's probably too many to deal with. Most Strelky. I pull back these tanks. These are quite damaged, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a fence line here. So these assault engineers, this tank and this harpoon are going to be able to deal with these motor Strelkers. Plus I've got some more. I think these are Marines. Stick these Marines in there. Assault engineers probably will just hold them up. Stick Marines in there. I've got a tank and a harpoon. They're going to push them out. So very much. So that was too far forward. These BMPs might do some damage, but I get these ATMs as well around the back to take out those BMPs. So four in the centre, I think. We've still got our 3-point lead, and another CV goes down there in Echo. Someone got that. It was Pakistan, or it might have been First Felix with that linked toe chopper. So now got a 5-point lead. We're not far off victory. Buratino attack there. Into the forest, but the Marines are going to survive that Buratino attack. I've still got these two tanks, anti-tank guns. I've got some spies up there. There's some coming over there through the middle. And we've got some Rolands protecting us against choppers, and it's looking pretty good. Foxtrot is not a problem. Echo has gone for them. I think the game is almost going to be over soon, because I don't think them coming back now. All attacks seem to have been laid to waste. I've got some more assault engineers coming in, so we've got good grip of this now. Got a lot of infantry in there. Bombers are still coming into Foxtrot. Can't even see where they dropped, to be honest. And they give up, or did we win? Yeah, we actually got to. Did we get to our points? It doesn't matter anyway. Yeah, we did. So a good game, well played, both sides. Very nice game. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do comment, like, and subscribe. This is the first video I've had up, I think, for a week, but I'll be putting a bit more up now. So please do make some comments and invite your friends to have a look at my channel if they enjoy wargaming. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.